Happy New Year. Thank you and good day to all of you watching this video. My name is Kepra. I'm the owner, operator of Kepra's Raw Food Juice Bar here in Washington, D.C. And obviously with the new year is a very exciting time for our business. We're just coming off the holidays. People have New Year's resolutions. People are going to try to make this year the year that they do this XYZ, ABC. And certainly for us, we try to position ourselves in order to provide the goods and services that allow you to reach your health goals and otherwise. So with the video today, I wanted to talk about some of those things, but I also really wanted to kind of steer the video in a direction of some of the recent events that have been occurring. One of the things that has taken at least this country by storm is the unprecedented amount of money offered with the Powerball lottery. Now, if you're watching this video, I know you didn't win at the Powerball. How do I know that? Well, because again, one of the things with my experiences with money, having lots of money, not having lots of money, it sort of can dictate our lives in the directions that we take. So really, I just wanted to kind of equate that to not only 2016, but just to our health and wealth in general. What money does to us psychologically and down the line. It has a huge impact. So this recent lottery announcement, obviously, it got me thinking just about the metaphors that we can use in terms of our own lives, our own health in general, but then also, my journey to where I am today. So again, the lottery, obviously millions of people put their ticket in the hat, and one of the things that when I think about the lottery in general, I personally see the lottery just for exactly what it is. Something that offers a high reward to risk ratio. In investment terminology, if you're going to make an investment, you want to look for a high risk reward ratio. So, or high reward to your risk ratio. So basically, because the higher the risk reward, then of course, you're able to benefit, to profit. A lottery offers that. The thing is that the odds are very, very minuscule. Pretty much, your chances of winning are basically zero. But it does give people hope. And, but as someone who has investor experience, as an investment, obviously, if that's something that you do, then you shouldn't do it just when it's the prize is $1 billion. You should do it all the time. That would make sense. That would increase your odds significantly. Really, what's the difference between tens of millions of dollars and hundreds of millions or potentially billion of dollars? Obviously, it can make a difference in terms of your generational wealth, the wealth when you're gone. However, $1 million, and $10 million, and $100 million, it's not really a huge difference in terms of what your day-to-day life will look like. You only could be able to spend only so much money or invest, or we're all in this limited time space continuum. So if you get excited about $1 billion, you should get excited about $1 million, and so you shouldn't ignore the lottery when it's just $10 million. You should get excited just the way you get excited if it's 500 million or 1 billion or 1.5 billion in this case. Um, so again, there was really, me personally, there was no excitement on my part. I personally didn't play. Uh, I did have, very close family members that put me in the group. So I guess I did play by default, but I didn't actually go out of my way to buy a ticket. And not that that makes me better or anything. It just makes me put money in a perspective. And not that I didn't want to win, but I think the thing is that I don't think enough because millions of people flock to the convenience markets to put $20 down, $30 down, $100, or even thousands of dollars down on these tickets lets me know that most people or millions of people are unfulfilled in their lives. Does money bring fulfillment? It can, but not necessarily. And obviously with money, money is a potentiator. It makes good better, and it also makes bad worse. And the thing is that we live in this society, in this world that is controlled by money. But however, money is not the end all be all, and we know that. Especially in terms of our health. We want to definitely, maintain the focus well, I'm trying to stay focused on what I'm trying to impart. And, I guess my overall message is that, yes, you didn't win the Powerball, but all is not lost. It's like, how can we win daily? Yes, we won the lottery. That would be fantastic. However, that may not be fantastic. But what can be fantastic, what we can control, is our daily choices. We can't control the numbers that come up. We can't control, those things that would allow us to win large sums of money. But we can control, for the most part, what we eat. We can control if we exercise. We can control our relationships to a certain extent. And the thing is that these are the things, these life choices that we make are the tools, are the things that allow us to win at life. And essentially, that is where true wealth lies. Not in our bank account per se, but it's in our the richness of our lives, the richness of our vitality, of our health, the way we feel. And we can't get that through Powerball ticket, obviously. Now, I wanted to share with you even part of my story because, I've been eating raw foods since 2000, but even before I got into raw foods, when I was a grad student at Howard University, I got into, stock market day trading. And, with my experiences, I started learning about it, teaching myself around 1998. I was trading. I started actually, using my own money, open up my own account, making my daily choices of buying this, selling this. I saw the whole, I witnessed and even experienced the whole stock market, the whole internet bubble, as they like to call it, with the whole technology stocks at that time. So I witnessed that. I witnessed, obviously, the crash. We had 9/11. Then after that, we saw a real estate boom, especially here in Washington, D.C. One of the things that even after that time, probably my biggest play was Google. Now, Google IPO'd, I believe, in 2003. I could be wrong, but around that time, I had took some time off, and I was getting back into it, and I had saw some great success with it, and not just with Google, but just with my trading in general. And it allowed me to, at one point, I had over 3,000 shares of Google stock. Now, this was when Google was somewhere in $100. It was between $100 and $200. Google, I don't know what the, because I believe it's done a stock split. So even if you look at the price of Google today, it's not the true price, but you can do the math. Had I held on to my 3,000 shares of Google, to 3,000 plus shares of Google stock that I had more than 10 years ago, I would be a millionaire. Now, why am I sharing that? Why am I even thinking or reflecting on that? Now, most people would probably be like, dang, you should have did. But, everything was in divine intervention, divine order, because even though I didn't win at the stock market in the sense that, okay, the decision I made, would have led me to be a millionaire today, I can say that the richness of my life is far greater than what that Google stock would have provided me with the daily acts that I'm doing now through my restaurant, through this blog, through the book that I wrote, and the thousands of customers that I've served. I would not be doing what I'm doing today. I can probably say that with 99% confidence that I would not be doing the work that I'm doing. Now, is this work, providing me, the same monetary equivalent? Of course not. Again, I feel like raw foods is still ahead of its time in general. I mean, the general public is becoming more aware and more conscious of raw foods and juicing, and it has become extremely popular, definitely. But is it on the level of where you see it in every neighborhood, you see it in even every city, etc.? Absolutely not. It is definitely something for people who live a little bit extreme like myself. But my whole point is that, again, wealth is psychological. Wealth is also metaphoric in terms of not just what you have in your bank account. It is your health. It is your what you're committed to. It is your relationships. It is basically your overall well state of being. That's priceless. You can't put a price tag on things like, your family, your children, your siblings. These are all things that even this physical body, I mean, for me, it's priceless. It's I try to honor it and treat it with the utmost respect. It is the house of my spirit. So the house of my spirit, just like your own physical house, you like to maintain it. Your automobile. We all know if you have an automobile, you give it good maintenance, it'll give you good things in return. So yes, you didn't win the Powerball, but all is not lost. You can still win every day with your daily choices. And I just encourage you to understand that every day is a new day. Every day is an opportunity for you to win. And that's what it's about. It's about winning. and it's not necessarily about winning in the way that we think is the best, but it's definitely in a way through our daily life choices. So I encourage you this year to make the year where you fast more, eat less. When you eat as much raw food as possible, even if you eat animal products. Animals products are best eaten raw. Um, and positive relationships through acts of service. That is what allows us to be wealthy beyond measure, beyond our bank accounts. Before I conclude this video, I just want to share with you a few things that we're doing in order to help us help you be better. One initiative we started at Kepra's Raw Food Juice Bar is a 30-day raw food program. We have 3 different levels. The silver level is just meals. Gold level is meals, juices, dessert, and the platinum level is just juices. If you want to really take it there, so you can go on my website. You can find out the information, especially if you're local. Well, if you're local, and if you're not local, wherever you may be, we have our retreat coming up in about a month, February 11th to the 14th. So I definitely encourage you to, it's not too late. We do have spaces available, but I would definitely act now. Make a decision, make an investment into your life for this year. It is not by accident that we do it the first part of the year, because these are the changes. We don't do these things like, say, October, November. We can, and you can benefit, but the benefits are far greater when you make these changes in January, February versus November, December, or October, November. That's when the year is on the downswing. That's when the moon, I mean, not the moon, but the sun is waning. We want to make these changes when the sun is waxing. We all always talk about the moon and the waxing and the waning, but we don't necessarily look at the sun in that way. And the thing is that when we make positive changes, when the sun is waxing or building or gaining momentum, then that's like the basically, if you're in a boat and the wind is at your back, or the wave, So we want to for efficiency's sake, we want to make these kinds of changes and choices when the sail or the wind or the wave is at our back and not at our front. Okay, so yes, so I encourage you, I inspire you to be the best, do the best, and get all that you want out of this year. I'm out. One love.